big announcement to make. I am also suing Disney for $50 million. And the grounds for which I am suing them on is I would like my money. I just want money. I want to make a movie. What if we could all just do that? This is not me throwing any shade at ScarJo, because obviously I'm making a fucking joke, but what if we could all just be like, you pick the man, right? Stick it to the man. And you think, wait, what's wrong with your guys' ears? Intro music, what happened? You guys struggling? I don't know. You think, okay, so you just think, here's the deal. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to find the biggest Goliath, behemoth of a corporation. I'm gonna sue him for $50 million because fuck them. And because it makes sense contractually and shit. But like for us, it doesn't. I didn't do anything. I'm like, what if somehow you won $50 million? Like, think about the shit that we would do with $50 million. First of all, I probably wouldn't have a piece of deli meat turkey for lunch. That's for sure. Then after that, maybe I wouldn't be flying Allegiant. Never even heard of that airline. I'm going to be flying that shortly. Or perhaps, I would make my movie, give you all some, because fuck it, why not? For $50 million. $50 fucking million. Yeah, you guys, we're going to talk about Scarlett Johansson on the show today. She's suing the tits off of Disney. And this is the craziest part for people like you and me. She's asking for $50 million. And this is going to be a back and forth bloodbath. And they're going to throw daggers. And Disney responded. And they're fucking throwing punches and shit. And $50 million is not just drops in the bucket to ScarJo, even though she's just one person. She's not the machine. But to Disney, this is how Disney, this is a $50 million check to Disney. Okay, let me show you guys. This is how I picture Bob Chapquiddick, whatever his name is, Chapquiddick. Okay, 50 mil. And then signs it Bobby. Okay, so, this is 50, carry the 2 mil, whatever. This is his check. This is Bobby's check. 50 mil, Bobby. This is what Bobby does. This is what the mouse does. This is what Disney does with $50 million. See this check that they just wrote? This is my ass. I'm just going to wipe my ass with it. That's what they do with a $50 million check. Let me just tear up that, because $50 million means fucking nothing to Disney. I grew up with this thing. My dad used to always tell me this growing up. By the way, I'm back east. I don't have a microphone, so we're working with the Logitech mic, but I am in my dad's office. And this is what my dad used to tell me growing up. The value of a dollar means the same thing to every person. He would say a dollar is the same dollar to, it's always still a dollar. To the poorest person, to the richest person, it's still a dollar. And while he is technically right that a dollar is a dollar, when there are companies in the world that could take this $50 million and wipe their asses with it, it's not the fucking same to them as it is to any of us. I can't even comprehend this Scarlett Johansson story, because $50 million feels like such a, in school you grew up and you're like, how long would it take if I started counting to 1 billion now? How long would it take me? And what about 1 trillion? And there's numbers that are so big you couldn't even, if you spent your whole lifetime counting, you couldn't even count there. That's what $50 million at this point in my life feels like to me. Hopefully one day it doesn't feel that way. Hopefully one day I'm like, $50 million. That was a good couple of years of work. Maybe I'm fucking loaded. Fingers crossed. But as of today, when you hear that ScarJo is not just asking for $50 million, or not just saying that she's owed $50 million for Black Widow, but that's on top of whatever she was paid. And again, I'm actually on Team ScarJo here. But that, and Disney's like, how dare you with, why is Disney British? Who knows? How dare you with the pandemic going on? How dare you ask us for $50 million? Do you not understand the state of the world? And we're watching these two really fucking rich, one of them way richer than the other, things go back and forth. I'm like, I can't even conceptualize what $50 million would look like. Like $50 million fucking dollars. To me, if somebody owed me $50, I'd be like, it's a lot of fucking money. $50 million. So yeah, we're going to be talking more about that today. Also, it's Lisa Kudrow's birthday. She's a fucking living legend. I'm obsessed with Lisa Kudrow. So a little appreciation, respect for Lisa Kudrow. And then I am going to talk a little bit about me. It is my show. Do you see? It is my name and the sign that's alive at the... Nope. This way, Roxy. It's alive at the Roxy. Oh, I saw a comment on a video yesterday. It was fucking funny. It was like, big fan. And by that, I mean actual fan. I've been following you since Popcorn Talk. However, what the fuck are you doing with this show? It's awful. I got 6 minutes and I have to turn it off. Do better, Roxy, or some shit like that. And I was like, just go away. If you're watching something and you don't like it, just silently fade into the night. Why? What's up with people where it's like, what's wrong with your show? What are you even talking about? It's not for you, dog. Just fucking bounce. If you don't like this show, I'm not trying to do what they did at Popcorn Talk. This is not Collider Live. This is not SEN Live. This is not SJU. This is not DC Movie News. This is not Gossip Girls After Show. This is none of those things. This is, fuck yeah, I got it right this time. Live at the Roxy. I'm fucking Roxy. So it's whatever the fuck I want it to be. And you guys are the rock stars. So you aren't saying what it is too. But random homie coming through, what is this show? Go away, dog. Go away. You are not wanted here. And you don't want to be here. So it's a good mutual decision. As I said that, our numbers dropped. I think some of you guys realized I'm not holding you prisoner. Nobody has a gun to your head. If you don't want to be here, fucking jet set. That's the point about YouTube. You get to choose whoever you want to support and watch their shit. And then you also get to Streamlabs in if you want to support them financially. You get to super chat in. Quick little plugs, streamlabs.com/RoxyStrider. You get to like the video if you like the video. If you didn't like the video, you actually get to down like it too. That's the fucking thing about YouTube. And if you didn't like it so much that you actually don't want to watch it, you get to just not. Welcome to the internet, bro. That's the fucking internet. So we are going to talk a little bit about me because there is some shit going on. I'm back east at my father's house. He came back here for a wedding before I'm going to shoot the movie, but I all of a sudden am flipping the fuck out, and so I'll talk to you guys all about that. Ooh, I'm a little creaky because I have a power bar in my pocket because like I told you guys, I had one slice of turkey. Yeah. This is at my dad's house. I found it. It's an RX bar. It kind of sounded good because it's got bananas in it, and honestly, anything that has bananas in it sells me. It's called banana chocolate walnut, and I like all those things. It's okay. But I kind of wish I just had a banana. You know what I mean? And some walnuts and some chocolate. I kind of wish I was eating all three of those things separately. That. So, okay. Ooh, let's see. Do we have some trolley-polies? Brittany says, Brittany's not troll. Brittany's my fucking girl. Brittany says, look behind you, then. You're watching the wrong show. You can't even troll right, bro, because she never gets high on the show. Wrong show. That's very true. I'm not high. Test my fucking blood, bitch. I think it stays in you for like 72 hours, but I have not smoked today because I never get high in the afternoons before these shows. Because if this is me normal, imagine what my shows in the daytime would be like high. Also, more importantly, I don't get high for my shows because you all know I can't smoke and drive because I suck at that. I know a lot of other people can. I can't because me when I'm high, I'm like, ooh, a bird. I have no fucking concentration. I like to get high to write, but nope, not high here. Brittany, get him. Fucking go, girl. You tell him. I'm just like this. I'm not even high, dog. How many times have I said dog on the show today? Am I in the 90s? What happened? All of a sudden I went home to my childhood home and I'm in the 90s. We don't even know. Let's start with the Streamlabs. Let's see where it takes it from here. Streamlabs.com/Roxy Stryer. Yeah, the RX bar. Pretty fucking good, actually. Pretty good. Holy shit. You're almost at the last day of July. You have 1 day left in July. That shit's crazy. Glenn Caesar in the house. Glenn says, okay, Glenn's going to be British today, too. Because I feel like it. Hello. Happy Friday, Roxy, and all your nicknames. Great job on OSA. Oh, thanks, Glenn. Only Stupid Answers every Friday. We're taking the next 2 Fridays off, but then we're back on like Donkey Kong. How are you? Sending well wishes and a thank you for hanging out. Peace, bunnies, and hugs and good stuff to you, your dad, Grammy, and Popo. Chip, cheerio. Be most excellent to yourselves. I don't know why I've made Glenn this like very regal. Be most excellent to yourselves and each other, RJ and Rockstar's band. Also just says RSB, which always I think stands for resting bitch face, but that's RBF. It's fine. Bunnies for Avery. This part I'm going to do normal. Bunnies for Avery Burke and Avery's mom. Rest in peace, Chris Burke. #3 Rockstars forever. Go Mets, and everyone's still fighting to smash cancer. I stand against anti-Semitism. I stand against Islamophobia. I stand against Asian hate. #stop AAPI hate. I know that Black Lives Matter. #BLM. Miles Cosgrove, Brett Hankison, Jonathan Mangley, arrest the cops who killed Breonna Taylor. All 3 of them for killing Breonna Taylor. Hope today is the day just for all the people who've lost their lives due to excessive force. #say their names. And we're back. And everyone who shows up to give their support whenever, however they can. When it gets tough, even if you're by yourself, you're not alone. Everyone who's battling, please keep on fighting because you're a winner, chicken dinner. In fact, it does say that right there. Winner, chicken dinner. Yeah. Every win for you is a win for all. Thank you, Glenn. John Lestrina in the house. F9. That's family. John Lestrina says, what a glorious day. F9 is now available to watch at home. Wow, John Lestrina, you don't even need to fast and furiously go to watch it. You could just fast and furiously end up on your couch. What? Sina Bigelow says Shakira in a British accent, dead. It's a lot. It's a lot. Tim Richards says that's cultural appropriation. Oh, I'm appropriating the Brits. I think they'll be okay. Somehow I think. I don't know, but I do. I have this feeling inside. I'm making up a musical song. There's this TikTok game where you sing to your boyfriend, which I don't have one, but if I did, I would sing to my boyfriend and you like make up your own musicals and they try to see whether they guess whether it's a real musical or you made it up and you go back and forth. I want to do that. Maybe I'll make Steph and Dee both know musicals too well for me to play with them. Maybe I'll make somebody else do it. Tim says it's a joke. I know, Tim. I can tell when somebody's just joshing. Why does joshing mean joking? Where the fuck that come from? Katie the Good Witch in the house. Katie says, really digging the vibe today. This Roxy is my favorite Roxy. Thanks, Katie. Appreciate you. I gotta say, I love being home. I feel like myself. You guys know I always talk about how I have to leave LA every once in a while. I'm the most me when I'm here. And I don't know how to bring that to LA. Like, I just feel the most comfortable here and at ease. And like, I can just fucking be who I am. And in LA, it's so hard to always be yourself. It's just so fucking hard. And I am myself. You guys know I am just the weirdest chiquitita. But I don't know. There's something about being there where I'm just always on one. Here I can kind of just be me. I miss the East Coast for that reason and so many reasons. It is nice to see my dad. My sister's out of town, but I'm going to get to see her in a couple days, and my brother. And again, I'm going to talk more about me in a little, but we are not there yet. Send in your Streamlabs, send in your Super Chats. This is one of the last shows we're doing for weeks. I'm going to be going live again on Sunday and then on Monday. And then that's probably going to be it for a couple weeks, depending on what happens in the movie on set. And if I'm able to do anything, I'll definitely be on social and whatever as much as I can. What's my dad smoking? I'm just curious. Is this a... What even is this? A cigar? He doesn't even. King palm. Maybe a blunt. Just finding all different office tricks. I also looked over and I saw my parents' prenup. I said, Dad, you pull that out because you really got to use it. Is Mom trying to take everything from you from the grave? Told you I could just be myself. He was like, good one, Rox. No. It's just, I was cleaning up things. Like, okay. Matt says, not everyone in LA is fake. No, of course not. Is that what it sounded like I said? No. No. Oh, no, that's what Vicious Ocean said. Oh, Vicious Ocean just straight up said it. Vicious Ocean, that is not true. That is not true, dog. Chip, cheerio, not true, dog. Okay. Leonard Kim in the Streamlabs says, hey, Dimple Tits, Roxy, how is the East Coast air treating you? Fucking good. Glad you had a safe flight. I just wanted to recommend Migadoon. Every time I don't get it, I really think you'll appreciate it and enjoy the show. Everyone keeps recommending that to me. I guess I gotta. An F-Boy Island, surprisingly watchable and an intriguing concept. I'm behind on Dave right now. I've got 3 episodes of Big Brother a week. I just caught up on Lois, Superman and Lois. And then what's the other thing that I really... Oh, and I finished Mayor of Easttown. And I started Love Island UK with my brother. And there's one more thing. Oh, I watched this movie on JetBlue called Together. It was fucking great. It was fucking great. So just in case you're looking for a fun Ed Helms movie, that is a good one. Steven says, who's behind me? Steven, you don't know? First person to guess it wins a puppy. Why a puppy? I don't even have one to give you guys. But, you know, that. Everybody just let me live. Just let me be me. Just let me be me in all my me glory. Tommy Tom E says, Jimmy, that's what's up. Oh, no, Tommy, you weren't first. Andre Porter says, Jim I. Close. Yeah, my dad's a big rock and roll person. I showed you this last time I was here, but also above that, that is my dad shaking Muhammad Ali's hand as he pulled him out of retirement to put on a fight. How fucking cool is that? Pretty cool, if you ask me. All right, more things to talk about. Also, I usually give shout outs earlier than this, but I want to give shout outs to everybody who is watching live, whether you can or cannot financially support. I appreciate you just even being here. Like this video, subscribe, tell a friend about it, and make sure that if you can support, streamlabs.com/Roxy Stryer. Shout out to Andrew Thomas, Sina Bigelow, Manny Gonzalez, Matt Munoz, Stormy Woods, Justin Hamilton, look behind you, Pink Sweets. Pink Sweets, I was thinking about you this morning because what came up? Something came up and I was thinking like, oh, Pink Sweets. I'll think of it. Jake Yakavetta. Keep scrolling. J.N. Kazi E. Ryan Payne. Tommy Tom E. The Vicious Ocean. Andre Porter. Steven Sommers. Manny Gonzalez. Star Gonzalez. Keep scrolling. Andrew W. keeps scrolling. Hitman Hudson keeps scrolling. Tim Richards keeps scrolling. Alex Piper Hallwell keeps scrolling. King Sporkout keeps scrolling. Marjo keeps scrolling. Brittany Parker, Mohammed Belsi, Juan Mendez. All of that. Yeah. All right. So going back into the Streamlabs, streamlabs.com/Roxy Stryer. Send in that love. Steven Sommer says, I think I'm on ScarJo's side. Like, it's complicated, but our argument is fair and logical. So go ScarJo. Oh, I feel so similarly. I'll talk about it in a second. Glenn Cedar says, okay, good to know that I'm British today. LOL. Thanks for upgrading my status in terms of accents that I can tap into at will. I appreciate being British too. Laugh my ass off. Roxy, you fucking rock. Any update on what you can post on Patreon while you're away? No, I haven't been told until I get to set. So we will see what I'm allowed to do. It's going to totally depend on what they let me. I'll keep you guys posted. That's me on both mine and World Girls. I'm going to try to do shit in both places, but it totally depends on what they allow, and I will keep y'all posted. Thanks for asking and checking in on that note, Glenn, the zenist of Zen, Glenn Caesars. Let's talk about the ScarJo thing. It's so hard to care about justice with, this is going to be the most fucked up sentence I've ever said, but it's so hard to care about justice with rich people. Because on the one hand, I think it's very likely that ScarJo is totally in the right here. Contractually speaking, it sounds like they wouldn't renegotiate with her when they decided to go to Disney Plus, and they didn't get her permission for that, and that a big part of her income is based on the box office, and the box office isn't including Disney Plus stuff. But you notice, and DJ and I were talking about this on Only Stupid Answers, she hasn't said she didn't get any of the box office or any of the Disney Plus kickback, so I don't know exactly what's happening there. She's getting nothing from Disney Plus. That's super fucked up. Also, them not negotiating with her, at least not taking her calls or her representations calls, that's fucked up too. But if she's owed money and they fucked her, even though it's something that's so non-tangible to me as $50 million, which is just like, holy shit, then she should get her money. And I don't know if that's 50 million or whether that's 25 million or 10 million or whatever, wherever they'll settle. But if they owe her money because they fucked her, then she should get the money. But we've got things like this. When you think about the biggest female suing cases in the world right now, or just the biggest suing cases in the world, it's like, the one I'm invested in is Free Britney. Britney's not allowed to leave her fucking house without her father's permission as a 39-year-old woman. So it's so hard to get me to give a shit that Scarlett Johansson is owed $50 million. That's just, it's just hard to get me to care about that. Although, Vicious Ocean said she made $20 million so far. Disney said in their statement, yeah, they said that based on the box office, but they weren't talking about the Disney Plus stuff. So, you know, if she's owed more money, because contractually she's supposed to be owed more money, then justice would be served if she gets more money, and she should be suing them. But again, it's just so hard to get us, like, common folk, and I'm not calling us common folk like it's a bad thing. I'm saying that just like we're not, even me, even you, a lot of you guys are in the industry, you know. By the way, where the fuck is why can't I come up? Apollo. I was like, what the fuck where the fuck is Apollo? Speaking of my industry, peeps. But a lot of us are in the industry in some way or another. Musicians, entertainers, producers on set, whatever. So but for us, it's just so hard to get us to care about what's happening. And she's doing her job and her due diligence. If she's owed more money, she needs to fight for it. But it's also a very tough situation because at the same time, she is biting the hand that feeds her, not in a way that she's in the wrong, but Disney very likely creatively is going to stick this to her. And so probably the fans are going to be the ones who suffer for this, for Disney not giving her what she has earned. Probably it's us that are going to be really the ones who suffer, because we're probably not going to be able to see ScarJo in another Black Widow movie if that's what we were hoping to see, considering we went back in time and all of that stuff. Or she's not going to have a good relationship with Disney now. So that's kind of a bummer. Also, like DJ said on Only Stupid Answers this morning, one of the biggest upsetting things about this and problems with this is that there's a lot of people right now. So I was just talking to my father. A lot of homeless people right now. There's a lot of people who worked on this movie who are making, I'm sure, minimum wage or just not a non-living wage. A lot of people who, if Disney has $50 million more that they could shell out because this movie did as well as it did, you kind of hope that like the people get it. But that's not even on the table. And I'm not saying instead of ScarJo, but just there's so much money that Disney has, and they laid off so many of their employees, and just nobody's getting paid a living wage. It's just fucking upsetting. Just fucking upsetting. So, yeah, this whole situation kind of bites because I'm team ScarJo, but also it's so hard to be like, rah, rah, we must get Disney to pay $50 million to the girl who just got $20 million, even though it's hers and it's deserved. It's just hard to really give that much of a shit. Him and Hudson in the Streamlabs says, so the NBA draft was last night. A lot of Jalen's having a job is really starting to get old. I love money and I kind of need it going forward, but it's so strenuous. I can't wait to graduate and work in my chosen profession. Yeah, I agree. Having a job does get old. Although luckily I love what I do, at least most of the time, but I'm so with you. Pink Sweets in the Streamlabs says, oh, hi. I saw The Green Knight last night. Oh my God, I'm hearing such good things. And OMG, what a stunning film. Dev Patel, oh, I love him, is the most gorgeous man. Totally. Wow. Are you allowed to tell us the genre of movie you're filming? Random thought. Do you think your dad listens to Billie Eilish? LOL. Okay, bye. Pink Sweets. I am so excited to see Green Knight. I don't know when I'm going to see it, but I would like to. I would say the movie that I'm filming is, I don't know that I'm allowed to tell you. When I can, I will. And then I know that my dad's girlfriend is obsessed with Billie Eilish. So I have a feeling that in the background, at least, he listens to Billie Eilish because his girlfriend loves Billie Eilish. So I think the answer is probably yes. Also, no, I was going to say also in the Streamlabs, but I lied. There was nothing else there. Too bad. So sad. Told y'all I'm leaving for a little bit, but not for the next couple of days. So we will have a couple more of these shows. What do you guys think about this Scarlett situation? Would love to know your thoughts on this. Do you think that it is right for her to sue them? Do you think she's going to end up being penalized for this? Do you think that Disney's in the right? Disney said some fire ass words back towards her. Shots are being thrown left and right. Let's talk about Lisa Kudrow for a hot sec, although I would love to talk about Lisa Kudrow for as long as anybody would allow. Between Friends, The Comeback, and Romy and Michelle, those are three must-see properties. Probably most of you guys have seen at least an episode or two of Friends. You should binge the whole thing. Likely many of you guys have seen Romy and Michelle. Probably most of you have not seen The Comeback. That's a bummer because it's one of the great shows. I am completely obsessed with it. I think it's currently available on, let's see, The Comeback. Stream it. I don't want to get this wrong. It says it's on Hulu right now. So you can watch on Hulu with a subscription. Or you can purchase this on Apple TV or YouTube or whatever, but Hulu with a subscription. It's just one of the fucking best. It's such an unbelievably underrated show that I can't believe how little amount of people who even are huge prestigious TV fans watched this. The show is wild because not only is it The Comeback and it's about the comeback and a comeback, but it's 2 seasons, and the first season is in 2005 and the second season is in 2014. And Valerie Cherish is like an icon. 21 episodes. It's so worth your time. Please, oh please, spend some time with The Comeback. Pink Sweet says it's great. I think it's great. It is great. Zeno Iris says, I remember Romy and Michelle. That movie is awesome. I love Lisa Kudrow. She is such a incredibly underrated comedian. She's one of the best comedians of our lifetime. Where's that conversation? She really is. So hopefully you guys will join me in this Lisa Kudrow moment. What is your guys' favorite Lisa Kudrow thing? I will say, as well as those things, she does tend to pop up in a lot of movies these days where she has a couple of scenes or a little bit, and she just understands the assignment 10 out of 10 times. Like when she comes in for things, she was great in Kimmy Schmidt, and when she pops in for things, she doesn't try to take over. She just kind of does the job. Grace and Frankie, she was awesome in. She was in the Neighbors too as the dean, and she was excellent there. What is your favorite Lisa Kudrow thing? Also going back into the Streamlabs, streamlabs.com/Roxy Stryer. Katie the Good Witch says, have you all seen the show Feel Good on Netflix? Lisa Kudrow is a fantastic side character in that show and shows a lot of her we don't see a lot. One of my new fave shows of all time. Feel Good. No, I don't know it. I got a paper cut on this piece of plastic last night and it fucking sucked. The show is called Feel Good. All right, let's look. Oh, I did see a couple scenes from this for something. Mae Martin is in it. Yeah. Series follows recovering addict comedian May, who's trying to control her addictive behavior and intense romanticism that permeate every facet of her life. Wow, yeah, maybe I should check this out, especially because I'm such a diehard Lisa Kudrow person. Ryan Payne says she's also an easy A. Yeah, and a lot of you guys are talking about easy A. Katie Robinson's talking about book smart. Brittany says love her. Vicious Ocean says she's very funny. She's also responsible for Conan starting a talk show. Steve is singing Smelly Cat. Yeah, fucking awesome. So happy birthday, Lisa Kudrow. We love you a lot and appreciate you. Moving forward, streamlabs.com/Roxy Strider, sending questions, comments, concerns, whether it's about anything we talked about so far or anything we're about to talk about or your own fucking lives, because I'd love to hear from you guys too. Here's what's going on for me. So you guys know I flew to Boston first before the movie for a couple of different reasons. Number one, tomorrow is one of my close friends, happens to be my ex-boyfriend, my high school sweetheart. It's his wedding. And so everybody, we're still best friends with all of our high school core group, which I know is pretty rare, but we are. And everybody is going back for, and most people live here, we're all going to the wedding together tomorrow. So all my best friends and their spouses and me are going to this wedding in Rhode Island. And then I also am back because this is closer to Ohio anyway, which is where I'm going. And I wanted to be here for August 2nd, which is the 10-year anniversary of my mom's passing. And so for all of those reasons, I am back here before on Tuesday I leave to go for this movie. On my flight, I was feeling totally fine about everything, as you guys know, and just being completely candid with you guys. I got vaccinated. As you guys know, I've been fully vaxxed for months. And I was feeling really good about everything. And even with Delta, it just didn't feel like, I had my birthday party on the 17th. It was outdoor, but there's a lot of people, but it was outdoor. But then things in LA that the next day shut down, or you needed a mask again. And so I was doing what the CDC said, or what LA was telling us, you need to wear a mask indoor, but outdoor you don't need to be in a mask. And if you're vaccinated, you should be safe. My brother and I even went to Drina's birthday, which is at an indoor bar, but we kind of wore a mask for some of the time, but when you're at a bar, you're drinking. And I just was feeling really, really safe and like kind of invincible. I don't know how you guys were feeling. And then things just seemingly, I started to hear more about people getting sick. And I was like, but I'm vaccinated. How is this? What's happening? I feel like we're not getting straight answers from people right now. And I'm being told if I'm indoors, wear a mask. And so I'm trying to do that. But for the most part, I'm kind of back to living life. And so it wasn't until yesterday when I was like leaving for the airport and I kind of got that sense like, ugh. So I got on the plane and I had a whole row to myself, which was really nice. And nobody was bothering me at all. And I was super far from anybody. I felt really good. And then when I landed, I was just like, fuck. I'm going to a wedding. I'm really nervous about all of this. It's just so I'm nervous, not about the wedding or it being a person that I care about a lot, but not about any of that, just the Delta element of it. And that the reception is outside, but the actual ceremony is outside, but the party is inside afterwards. And I'm just really nervous. I wasn't planning on wearing a mask there because here you don't need to. If you've been vaccinated, you're not supposed to, but you don't need to. And so all of my friends have 1-year-olds or under 1-year-olds, and they're all going, not the 1-year-olds, but my friends. And so I started sending a couple texts, and I don't want to bother the bride and groom, but I'm kind of just like, how are you guys feeling about this? And I just started getting kind of fucking nervous because of this Delta thing. So I think what I'm going to do, I'm not positive, but I was like, should I not go? And then you guys saw our friend Jen Sturger, who was vaccinated. She's a really, really bad immune system, though. She got COVID and is really sick. And I just don't even know what to do. And like they sent out emails saying that everybody needed to be vaccinated. If you weren't vaccinated, you needed to provide a negative COVID test, which makes me feel a little better, but it's also based on the honor system. So or at least like if you say you're vaccinated, they're not checking vax cards. And so I'm just kind of freaked. And so I think what I'm going to do is I think what I'm going to do is wear my mask the whole wedding. But I don't know, like with photos or whatever, but I think that's what I'm going to try to do. And when I'm outdoor, it's a little different. Maybe I'll take some pictures outside, but then, and not that the pictures matter that much, but when it's every one of my best friends from high school and I'm standing there and I'm sure none of them are going to be masked, I think I'm going to wear my mask inside the whole time. It's just we're re-navigating something that I never thought we were going to have to re-navigate. It kind of feels like it's March 2020 all over again. And just, ugh. Brittany Parker says, not a shot at anyone, but that's part of the problem. People somehow think they're bulletproof despite knowing about Delta. I literally heard a coworker say that to a customer recently, cringe. Yeah, no, Brittany, I feel you. It's not that I thought that I was bulletproof. It's that I thought that if I got it, I would be okay, because that's what like doctors had been saying to us, that if you're vaccinated, you don't need to be wearing a mask. And that was the rule for a while, but now that's changed again. So I feel like I always take my advice from the scientists, and they are still learning and navigating as this is morphing. And it's morphing because there's not enough people who are getting vaccinated, and the people who aren't getting vaccinated, it's like, Jesus Christ, get fucking vaccinated, dude. But it's just, it's challenging. And I'm also over it. I know a lot of you guys are, but like we don't get to be over it because lives are on the line. It's tough. Charles Ty says, I went to a wedding last year, outdoor reception, but indoor ceremony, masks indoor, off outdoors. Masks indoors, off outdoors. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking. And I also, you guys know I'm going to shoot this movie, and like, I'm just nervous about that too, because this is my dream. And so I'm going to do what I have to do. But they're flying in dozens of people who, when we get there, we're getting rapid tested, I believe. But I'm just concerned, like, what if somebody's sick? We don't have any wiggle room. And yeah, it's just a lot of like, eek. And I'm sure a lot of you guys are having similar issues. So I just want to talk about it because I haven't talked about COVID on the show for a while. And I know, and World Girls, we keep making jokes like, if we have to go back into lockdown, we riot. But a part of me was thinking, like, even though I just flew back, do I not go to the wedding? But I think with a mask, I should be okay. It's just so hard to know. It's so hard to know. And even like, you know, when the food comes, so then I just like kind of keep to myself. It's just a lot. It's a lot. And I don't know that any of us know what's right anymore. And yeah, Vicious Ocean, I am worried about testing positive before the movie, but I'm worried about that not because of the wedding, although that as well, but like, I'm worried about that because I'm a person who just flew on a plane, and you know, I'm masked on the plane, obviously, and I had a whole row, but now I'm about to get on another plane to go to Ohio, and a bunch of people are all doing that, taking 2 flights to get to where we're going. And because I'm also somebody who's getting ready for this. So today I have to go to CVS, and I have to go to Sephora, and I have to, you know, I'm still going out to like eat. Even when I'm taking in food, I'm worried for all of the reasons. I think everybody's worried about it. And it's just nerve-wracking because I fly in, I start shooting the next day, you know? So I'm scared. I think everybody's scared. Anybody who takes it seriously, which you guys know I do. And I know a lot of you guys do too. Katie says mask helps, but doesn't necessarily primarily protect you. It protects everyone else from you. So one of my best friends in the high school crew is a nurse. And so I was talking to her about it. And she was like, not exactly. Like, I believe with the mask and everything, you should be fine. But the bigger thing is like, is it really more likely that with the mask on, I get it at the wedding as opposed to on the 2 flights or at the grocery store? I don't know. You know, at least the wedding, big venue. And I can kind of try to keep to myself more. I don't think I'm usually like on the dance floor crazy, but I think I need to like be kind of cool and just separate myself a little bit. It's also, the problem is it's 2 hours away from here. So we all are renting a car with a driver because I don't have a car here. Yeah, just, interesting to see a lot of your guys' thoughts. I think a lot of you guys are feeling the same thing I do right now, which is just like, eek. Glenn Caesar says, thanks, Roxy, and everyone. Oh, excuse me. Thanks, Roxy, and everyone who chooses to for showing up for people that need it and want it. Giving your support whenever, however you can makes you priceless. I hope you keep breathing, find your balance, and are able to be yourself, glow in the flow, and radiate. You're fully unique, you're kind, you're caring, and being so unselfishly loving and supportive of others, including strangers, whether it's on the internet or not, makes you humane and worthy. Stories important, deserves to be seen and heard. May we be stars/flowers of good energies for one another, to be a soothing balm for wounds whenever, wherever we can. Cheers to finding fuck yeah news, what brings us smiles, laughter, joy, and bliss in each of our days, or weeks, or months, and even our years. Thank you for that, Glenn. Appreciate you always. And anybody else who has anything to say, streamlabs.com/RoxyStryer. Would love to hear from y'all. I am going to be getting out of here relatively soon, but until then, see if you guys have anything that you want to talk about. Weddings are high-risk events, Daryl. So are flights. Matt says they're an open bar. Yes, there is. Yeah, and that's the other thing. G. Smith says unvaccinated people keep the virus going, and the virus may eventually get immune to this vaccine. It's all fucking scary. Vicious Ocean says, sorry, this is insensitive, but why worry about spreading it to non-vaccinated people? It's their choice. Death rate vaccinated is way down. I take it serious, not ready to get scared. Again, because Vicious Ocean, a lot of the people who are not vaccinated are under 12 years old. You know, and there's no vaccine for them. A lot of my friends' kids are not vaccinated because they can't be vaccinated. So, you know, I am worried about them, because even if it doesn't kill them, which, you know, there's a very low mortality rate with people that young, there are people who just still are struggling a year later with the things that happened to them because of COVID. Like, they have no sense of smell, and we don't even know the long-term ramifications yet. So, Sina says, Jen Sturger appreciation show. Fuck yeah, I was texting with her all morning. Feel fucking awful for her. Redford says, children and teens are too young to get the vaccination. Exactly. Vicious Ocean says, I forgot about children and people that can't get it. True, thanks. Yeah, of course. I get what you're saying, because I think we all kind of think like that at some point. It's like, why fucking care about the people who can get it? And they just are choosing not to. And it's like, those aren't the people I'm most worried about. Although I am still worried about them, because it's a lot of people who are ignorant and a lot of people who are uneducated, who don't know, and who live in communities where the conversations aren't the same as what's happening here, where we're talking about, like, of course we get the vaccination, we're doing our part, and it's better than not getting vaccinated. So, yeah. And Andrew W says only 12 to 17 with parents' permission. There's a lot of parents who aren't letting their kids do it, even if the kids want it. It's just scary as well. All right, we are going to get out of here because I am home and I have a lot to do. Another Streamlabs coming through from Leonard Kim says, I feel you. My level of concern fluctuates throughout the day, every day. At the end of the day, I'm sure you'll choose to act in a way that is safe and best for you and others around you. Use your best judgment. That's what I'm trying to do. And also, I'm trying to be a good person. I need to do my job, and I want to kill it on the movie set. But also, I'll say that the guy that's getting married, his name is Dan. And he was a huge part of my life. He was with me when my mom passed, and was like, I always call him, he's the best ex any girl could ever ask for. He's just such an amazing human. And I think before him, I was with a guy who was like a real piece of shit, who's now apologized since. But, you know, my first boyfriend was a really horrible, just awful to me. And then after Dan, as you guys know, I was with somebody who was, I don't want to speak disparagingly, but it was awful. And he's the only person I've ever been with who made me feel like I was worth anything at all. And so that means something to me. And he did that in a time where I had lost my mom, and I was just so not okay. And he was never supposed to be my life partner, but it was the perfect place at the perfect time. And I just really want to show up for him, because he asked me to. And I asked so much of him for so long that I just really, really want to show up for him. And so I've got that at the same time. This is my whole career, and like it's other people's lives as well. And just want to do right by everybody. So yeah, that. All right. Anyway, we are getting out of here. Justin says proof the nice guy is winning. Well, the guy she is supporting. LOL. Yeah, absolutely. I believe that nice guys finish first. Always. And good people in general. All right, much love, my friends. Stay safe, stay sane. Don't trend with the Holocaust. Brett Miles, Jonathan, arrest the cops who killed Breonna Taylor. All three of them. Put down toilet seat and lid. Make your bed, even if you're staying at your father's house. And check your internet. You can do that by blowing on it. Where's our fish bag? All right, much love, and I'll see you guys Sunday for Live at the Roxy and World Girls. I think we are doing an Olympics and sports movie thing, so we're excited about that. So that will be my last World Girls, so make sure you tune in for that, but I'll be here before that anyway. Ooh, Cena says the sheets are in the wash. Oh, Cena, shave your legs too. The best is when you wash your sheets and you shave your legs the same day. It feels so fucking good. It's like silky smooth. All right, or not. I'm not trying to tell you what to do. Much love, my friends, and really stay safe, and I'll see you guys on Sunday.